it's Maria here from pepperlyrose.blogspot.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Sydney, Australia. Thank you all for joining me today. I'd like to thank those that have subscribed recently and who are already subscribed and watching my videos. I really appreciate your lovely comments and your encouragement, and I appreciate you watching because, let's face it, you're taking time out of your day to watch me, so I hope that you enjoy my videos. So today I'm going to show you a really quick thank you card. And I need to make something quick this month. This is for my customers, and there's just been a lot happening at home, so I needed to do something quick. But it's a nice, quick, elegant card, and I'll show you what I'll be using today. So basically I'm using the Sweet Cupcake stamp set, and I'm using the Thanks So Much because I really love the font on this. It's absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous Grunge. I love that splatter. So multi-purpose, and it saves you flicking, you know, with your aqua painter and making a mess everywhere. So that's done it for you. So I love that stamp. And I'm using the Perpetual birthday calendar stamp set, and I'm using this watercolor wash. I really love that stamp. It's out of all of these, they're all beautiful, but this is my favorite for some reason. I don't know why. And the focal image is the detailed Dragonfly Thinlits dies from the set, and I'm using the smaller Dragonfly, okay? And so we'll get started with this card. You will need a card base, which is 8 inches long, 4 inches wide, and scored. I've already scored this at 4 inches, so we'll just grab our bone folder and score that. And you'll need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, which measures 3 3/4 square, okay? So we'll start off with stamping the front panel. So I'll just grab some grid paper that I've got here. And sorry, I've got stuff already on it, but I use it up until I have nothing left. So I'm just going to stamp now in Blushing Bride, that watercolor wash. So I'll just give it a good stamp. It looks lovely. And I'm going full strength here. It has a lovely effect. I just love it. And just over there. Okay, so I've just stamped my background. I might also stamp off a little bit here. Stamp off just to add a little bit more colour. Stamp that off, and here, and stamp off here. Okay, so it just adds a little bit more colour, a little bit more interest. So that's it with the Blushing Bride ink. This is a really, really quick card. I'm using some Smoky Slate ink now, and I'm going to ink up the Thanks So Much. So I'm just going to use my my grid paper as a guide. And you can buy this from Stampin' Up, this grid paper. It is wonderful. You can use it again and again, so you're not wasting it. And you get 100 in a packet, I think, sheets. And yeah, so I'm using the lines here as a guide. So I'm just going to bring it a little closer towards me here. And I'll just ink that up really well. And try and ink that up straight. Just hold it down for a few seconds. And that turned out beautiful. Love that. Okay, so we'll close that up. And with that splatter image, I'm just going to get my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm just going to ink up the splatter, and I'm just going to do a very light touch of ink. So just go like that, and just like that. And I think that's it. With splatters, I try not to overdo it because then it just looks really silly. So that's that one done. And I'm now going to just pop this away for it to dry a little bit. I'm going to grab my Big Shot. And I'm using my Big Shot platform with the thin die adapter. And I'm using an acrylic plate. I've got some silver foil and my Dragonfly. So I'll just pop this on here. Pop it on like this. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and I'll now put my cutting plate on top, and I'm going to run it through 2 times in the Big Shot. So That's one. And again. Okay, I'll just take it out. It's already coming off nice and easy, which is great. And I'll just get my die brush, and it'll help to eject the foil paper much easier. So just bear with me for 1 second. I forgot to bring that with me. It's not going to be long. Okay, I've got my die brush, and I'm going to bring out, it comes with the sponge, so I'm going to use the sponge with this. Okay, just put that out of the way. Sorry about that. Okay, I'll just grab my die brush and I'll just run it over the top. It just helps eject all those tiny little pieces, and as you can see, nice and clean. Beautiful. And that came out too easy. Isn't that beautiful in silver? I love it. Okay, so now I'll bring back my card base and my panel there, and I'm just going to add some dimensionals onto this panel here. So I'll do that. Oh, I've got 2 packets here. And I'll just grab some dimensionals and I'll just pop up that panel. So as you can see, I stamped behind this before, but I made a boo-boo, so I have to do it again. And one more. So just take off all of the backings. Okay. So I'll just pop this to the front, and I'm just going to put it right in the middle. Oh, and by the way, my my trimmer makes the edges a bit worn. It just tears the edges a bit, so I'm just going to actually distress it a little bit more with just my fingernail. You don't have to have anything special. I'm just grabbing my fingernail now and I'm just distressing the edge of this panel just to give it a more kind of a vintage feel. So I'll just quickly do that. And another great thing, if your trimmer's kind of a little bit not as sharp, and the blades and they're making the edges a little bit torn, you can go for the vintage look. So as you can see there, I've just roughed up the edges with just my fingernail, or you can use the edge of scissors, you know. So anyway, I'll just pop this on now right in the middle. Okay. And I'm going to stick now the dragonfly right there. And I love silver and pink together. I don't know what it is, but I just love that combination. So I'm just going to grab some glues, just some liquid glue, and I'm just going to put it, not a lot, because then it just seeps everywhere and it ruins the finish of the foil. So I'll just quickly add some glue. I might grab a tissue because that is a little bit too much and it's going to go everywhere all over the foil. So luckily my tissues are very close by, so I'll just dab off a little bit of the glue. And now I'm going to put that here. Okay, so now that looks wonderful, doesn't it? That's the front of the card. And if you want to decorate the inside, which I think we shall, I will grab my Dragonfly Dreams stamp set, so just bear with me for 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. I've just grabbed the Dragonfly Dreams stamp set. Now, this stamp set is absolutely beautiful, and it bundles with the detailed Dragonfly Thinlet die. So you buy them together and you get 10% off, or you buy them separately. So I'm going to use this stamp set, even though initially I didn't think I will. I'm going to use that beautiful dragonfly, so I'll just grab my block and my Dragonfly. Now, there's a tip for you. With photopolymers, especially with skinny tails and things like that, you can always mount them like a bit wonky because it's just so thin. So what I've done is I have cut out like a template with some scrap cardstock. Okay, so I've already got that cut out, and it just stays with my stamp set the entire time. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay my Dragonfly stamp into that template, and I'm going to then put my block over the top so you have a straight mounted stamp, especially with these skinny bits, because as I said, they tend to warp, they look a bit funny. So that's a tip for you if you want to have a straight image. So I'll just bring back my horrible piece of my grid paper, and I'm just going to ink that stamp up now in Blushing Bride. And I'm just going to stamp along the bottom of the stamp. Try not to take up too much room because I want to have enough room for my sentiment, but basically I'll just do that here, just on the left hand side. So put that away, keep pressing down on that for a few seconds, and how beautiful is that image? So it leaves me enough room to write my sentiment. So this is my customer thank you card. So that's it. Really simple, very, very simple card, but I think it's got a lot of wow factor. So yeah, these thinlits make everything look amazing with very little effort. And they are wonderful, wonderful thinlits, and the stamp set is great if you want to buy them as a bundle. They are fantastic. You can use these for any occasions and again and again. So I hope you enjoyed today's card. Thanks for watching. That's the inside again if you want to see that. It stamps beautifully as a photopolymer. Just gorgeous. If you're interested in any of the products you've seen here today, these are available in my online store at pepperlyrose.stampinup.net. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the description just below this video, and I will just get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.